Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to see about the subarray sum equals k. So let's see what is subarray. So subarray is nothing but we have given a array. So in the array we are going to split into a multiple arrays in a array. So in array we are going to split into half or a few elements which combine of two index or three index. For example, 1 2 is in a subarray, 1 2 3 is in a subarray, and 1 2 3 2 is in a subarray. So this is what subarray. So now our task is to find the subarray sum equals, which means the subarray sum equals. So to find number of continuous subarray in a given array whose sum of element is exactly equal to the given value k. So this is our length of the array. So array is given. So 3 which is our k value. So if we add this, so if we add 1 and 2, so the so if we add 1 and 2, so which is 3. So we are checking whether the 3 is equal to k value or not. So our k value is 3 here. So 1 plus 2. So this is one subarray. So we are checking this subarray with the k value. So it is equal. So that is equal. So that is true. So another we are checking another continuous subarray. So which is 1, 2, 3. So we are adding these three elements. So if we add these three, it will become 6. So it is not. So now we are going. So after leaving, we are checking this 2, 3. So which is 5. So it is not equal to k value. So like this, we are going to do the subarray sum equal k. So here 1, 2 equal to 3. So 1 plus 2 equal to 3. So 3 equal to 3. So which is our k value. So this is count as 1. And another, we have a element 3. So another possible is we have these two subarray. So subarray may contain one element, two element or n number of element, but it should be a continuous subarray. So that is what our condition is. So let's see the scenario. So imagine you're tracking your daily expense. So this expense is for a week, from a Monday to a Friday. So you're tracking your expenses for daily. So now your task is to find. So you want to know how many continuous days I have spent 300 rupees. So the possible subarrays. So on Monday and Tuesday, if you add Monday and Tuesday expense, you will get a 300. So this is our k value, right? So it is equal. So this is one of the possible subarray and another subarray. So on Wednesday, you have spent 300 at a one day. So that is also included. So if we check, so that is also true. So that is one possible subarray. And another one is Thursday and a Friday. So if we add this, that also 300. So we are checking with the k value. So it is also true. So that is also a possible subarray. So let's see the approach. So on approach, we are maintain a running sum. So we are maintaining a running sum. So which is a prefix sum. So we are using a prefix sum here and a hash map also to find the subarray of a sum. So store the previous seen sum and their frequencies in a hash map. So in a hash map we are storing the subarray and their sum value also. So if any point, if your current element and k is equal, that also added to the hash map. So exist in the map, it means a subarray with some k is a map. K is found. So a hash map is not empty. If it's filled, if it's have any element in a hash map, so it is true that our k element is found. So our k subarray is found. So it is also work on a negative numbers also. So let's see the algorithm. So initialize sum equal to 0 and count equal to 0 and create a hash map also, and in that hash map store a 0 which is a 0 as a key value and 1 as a value. So key and value pair, right? Hash map is and traverse the array. Add a current element to the sum. So if map contains sum minus k, add a frequency to the count. Update the sum frequency in the map. So after traversal, count gives the total number of subarray. So after traverse the array, the hash map have some values or some values will be stored in the hash map. So if it's stored, we will so definitely the subarray is there. So in a hash map, we count the how many subarrays are there. So we have a count. So if the subarray have two elements, we have a two possible way of subarrays. Have a three, we have a three possible subarrays. So this is how it's work. So let's see the pseudocode. So sum equal to 0 and count equal to 0. So we are initializing sum and count and map also. So first we create an empty map. After we are adding an element. So in 0th index, we are adding a 1. So which is key value pair, right? So we are traversing from a 0th index to the last index which is n minus 1. So here we are going to initialize the sum. So in a sum variable we are adding a array of I which is our first element. So we are adding a array of I. So in if condition sum minus k, if we do this calculation, if the elementals exist in the map, in count equal to count plus map sum minus k. So we will add the element to the map. So map of sum equal to map of sum plus map and we will return the count. So let's code. So let's create a class subarray. So our main class, next scanner. So let's get an input for the array of length. So we have got the input. So in pseudocode, we are going to initialize sum, count, and map. So let's initialize in sum equal to 0 and in count equal to 0. So our hash map. So integer, comma integer, which is key value pair, right? So let's keep it as map as a variable. So new hash map. So we have declared. So now we are going to add a way. So add a value to the map. So a variable map dot put. Let's use 0 comma 1 as a dummy variable. So next we are going to traverse from the 0th index to the last index. So on a for loop int I equal to 0, I greater than n and I plus plus. So inside the for loop we have declared sum equal to sum plus array of I. So and if sum minus k exists in the map, we are updating. So here sum equal to sum plus array of 5. We are just adding. Next, we are giving a condition. If so, what condition we are checking is sum minus k exist in the map or not. So let's get a variable int k equal to next in. So we have to check, right? We have to get an input for the k value. So in if condition we are checking if the map contains, if a hash map contains sum minus k value or not. So on a if condition we are checking if the map dot contains of sum minus k value or not. So count plus equal to map dot get of sum minus k. So after the condition map dot put sum comma get order or default. In there we are giving sum comma 0 after that and 1 plus 1. So now we are going to print the output. So PLN. So we are printing the count. Okay. So let's run this. So our array element, let's give us 5. So let's give 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. So our k value, let's give us 3. So if we give 3, so here we have a 5 element. So the possible solutions are 1 and 2. So if we add this 2, we'll get a 3. So we have a single element 3. So that is also equal to k value. So if we add this 2, we also get the value 3. So we have 3 possibles. So if we add 1, 2, 3, we will get 6. So that is not a possible subarray. So if we add these 3, we do not get. So we get 7. So if we do this, so here also we do not get because it's 6. So it is not equal to k value. So a possible subarray is 3. So let's see what is the count. So we have got 3. Thank you.